Audio Jungle.
Just admit it, man. What do you? Just admit the thing, man. Come on.
Look at him. Right, me. I still don't find it.
Monique, I want to behind you. I want to do people behind you.
Kymm, stop it, man. Wait, you think we're going to be
to this video. This is Discovering Jamaica. Yo.
No, sir.
You see, you little girl.
I want it.
You know, easy at all.
Where's
my little sister?
Yeah, me warm, me hard.
Listen, now that we're at Lovers Leap, what are we doing for episode 2?
Well, we got the roads and infrastructure to talk about. The money part,
Friends and
Demographics. Yes, them things that
yes,
you.
friends and rivals and stuff like that. So we can get into it now first. Let's go with some roads and infrastructure while we enjoy the beautiful Lovers Leap.
Alright, we can have some food too.
Monique, you love your belly, you know.
Monique, leave me alone.
Love your belly.
The A2 road is the only A-coded road in the parish of St. Elizabeth. The A road enters the parish east from Manchester at Spurtree as the Gutters Main Road, then the Goshen Main Road from Goshen to Santa Cruz, and then the Main Street within Santa Cruz, the Lacovia Main Road in Lacovia, Bamboo Avenue in Holland Bamboo to Middle Quarters, Central Road from Luana to Black River, High Street within Black River, and White House Main Road to the Westmoreland border. The B6 roads into the parish from Manchester at Roses Valley goes east to Wise Falls as the Roses Valley to Wise Falls Main Road, and then south from Wise Falls to Middle Quarters as the New Holland to Redgate Main Road. Then we have the Black River Bypass from Luana to Sandy Ground as the Brompton Road. There are over 17 C roads went out across the parish. However, there's a very special group of C roads from Mayhill in Manchester all the way to Black River. This kind of road spans the southern section of the parish, or the Breadbasket region mainly. Just east of the border in Mayhill, Manchester, this stretch of roads starts as the Pedro Cross to Junction Main Road, all the way to Junction. The Southfield Road from Junction to Southfield, and the Creed Road from Southfield to Black River. While there is no international airport in the parish of St. Elizabeth, the parish uses the Salisbury International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James, just next door to the northern border.
Oh yes, money.
Oh yes, bring it come, bring it come. We need some money over here, sir.
Locks.
St. Elizabeth have all light, you know. You know,
Why is it
Susan?
a
Come
rich
on,
parish?
rich parish,
Yo,
St.
they have it on your son.
You're talking bauxite, alumina, agriculture, tourism, Lord. Sure, the biggest industries in Jamaica. Well, yes, sir.
Yeah, we got it like that. We said good owners got it like that. No disrespect him.
No disrespect that, eh? Watch your man just where we come from, eh? We got it.
That was just a joke.
Nah.
Come on.
Right. I want to reach about it. Yo.
The parish of St. Elizabeth has three major industries, even though it has others. These three major industries include alumina bauxite, agriculture, and community tourism, or tourism in general. Agriculture takes center stage as the main economy in St. Elizabeth, especially in the Breadbasket region. Crops such as kalu, pak choy, scallion, onion, yams, potato, tomato, even coffee, yes, coffee, as well as livestock and fisheries. No wonder why this parish is called the Breadbasket Parish. The parish of St. Elizabeth is known for its breadbasket culture. Agriculture pumps a whopping 60%, yes, 60% into the St. Elizabeth economy. The parish's second largest sector, believe it or not, is community tourism or tourism in general. The parish of St. Elizabeth takes a medium size of the cake. It's not small, not large, but a medium size of the cake of what other parishes such as St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland took from tourism. Major attractions such as Lover's Leap, the Black River Safari, Wyeth Falls, Appleton Estate, and many others is responsible for this venture in tourism for the parish of St. Elizabeth. However, community tourism is more well known rather than, the big tourism or international tourism like what other parishes has to offer. But the parish have its fair share in this sector. And we can't leave out Apang Kong. Yes, Apang Kong, home of the largest maroon village in Jamaica in northern St. Elizabeth near the St. James border. Kampong is also a major tourism attraction, cultural tourism or community tourism in particular. Tourism pumps 14% of GDP into the St. Elizabeth economy. Alumina bauxite is another major player in the parish's economy. Alumina bauxite is a rich commodity within the parish of St. Elizabeth. Prior to the 2009 global recession, alumina bauxite was the major player in the parish's economy. Today, even after the recession, alumina bauxite plays a major role in the St. Elizabeth economy, even though as not before. The Gisco Alpart plant is the parish's main and largest employer. Today, alumina bauxite pumps roughly 12% into the St. Elizabeth economy. Other industries include the sugar industry. Yes, sugar is also another big thing in the parish of St. Elizabeth, with the Appleton Sugar Estate producing roughly 18% of the country's sugar needs. Sugar pumps roughly 10% into the St. Elizabeth economy. Limestone quarry, sand quarry, services, as well as textile altogether pumps a whopping 13% into the parish's economy. Major companies in St. Elizabeth includes Gisco Alpart, the Appleton Jamaica Rum, Neil's Enterprises, and Intown Super Save.
Now, I would say when it comes to the ethnicity of St. Elizabeth, it is the most diverse parish of all the 14 parishes. Yep, it is very diverse. Well, it is the most mixed race parish of any parish in Jamaica. Now, we mentioned that Southeast St. Elizabeth is the mixed race region of the parish. Yes, this is where you find the red people or the German, those of German descent mixed with African descent. This region of the parish is the most mixed region in all of Jamaica. Believe it or not, the rest of the parish is mostly Africans or black. The parish of St. Elizabeth is 53.3% black, 23.7% Afro-Caucasian, or the same red people that we spoke about earlier, 11.8% Indian, 6.4% Chinese or Asian, and 4.8% other. Like all other parishes, black or Africans is the largest ethnic group, while second in place is the Afro-Germans. St. Elizabeth, with this data, is the parish with the most mixed race ethnic group. Like all other parishes, St. Elizabeth has its fair share of famous people who have shined both on the local and international stage. Some of these famous faces are Yassus Afari, the poet, Tommy Cohen, music producer, Bridget Foster Hilton, former athlete, Johnny Gale, Jamaican cricketer, former Jamaican cricketer, Barbara Gludon, former journalist and author, Senator Floyd Green, government minister J.C. Hutchinson, Nikita Miller, West Indies cricketer, Fantan Moja, reggae artist, Steve Mullings, Jamaican athlete, Protege, roots reggae artist, former Prime Minister Donald Sangster, former government minister Kern Spencer, Olympian Sharika Williams, cricketer Jerome Taylor, among others. Looking back at this list, it's very long, and I would say St. Elizabeth is a parish for cricketers. A lot of cricketers tend to be from this parish. Oh, you know this?
Yes, that's what the notice is.
Lord,
Oh yes, bat and ball, yes. Yeah man, a whole pack of cricketers come from here. Kymm.
Really, bro? Really?
Oh,
You can't start about that
oh
again.
gosh. Here we go again.
All right. Well,
Alright.
since you want the rivalry, make we go another party.
Ever
Friends and
ready.
rival party. Ready for this?
Ever
Me
ready.
okay, buddy, come.
Make we see. Make we see.
And that you feel
Yeah.
no. Come now.
Yeah, Kelly, you better get ready.
Test this.
Money. Oh yeah,
Me
Kelly.
not tell nobody where to know. Me the two edits.
Really, money. Sure. So, like any other parish, nation, state, province, or St. Elizabeth has its friends and probably rivals too. So I'm going to check it out and see what St. Elizabeth's best friends and her rivals. Out of all her neighbors, there are 3 of these neighbors that St. Elizabeth is actually best of friends with. And I'm going to start with her neighbor to the north, St. James, or the northwest in particular. St. James is St. Elizabeth's long-lasting best friend. I mean, they share a lot in common. The cockpit country sits in both. As you know, St. James is home to the Sensei International Airport, the only airport of its kind in the western section of the island. So most of those who travel or fly through the airport are from St. Elizabeth. So a lot of things, tourism, in terms of tourism, as you know, St. James is like the tourism mecca of Jamaica, the tourism capital, Montego Bay. Yes, so all the tourist ventures that comes through Montego Bay, or not, some of it rather, goes to St. Elizabeth. So a lot in common is shared by both parishes. I mean, as you know, St. Elizabeth is a breadbasket parish. St. James depend on St. Elizabeth for ground produce and agricultural produce and so forth. So these two share a lot in common. So I just say they are good friends for a long time now.
Well said, Kymm. So true indeed. Now, St. Elizabeth have a rival in the past, our neighbor to the west, Westmoreland. That is a long time thing still between the two, but in recent years we haven't really seen them rivaling each other again. They just humble themselves and come together as two good friends. No, that's in the past. No, nowadays, St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland shares a lot. They share agriculture, sugarcane. There are certain cultures for both that they share. As I said before, agriculture, sugarcane, that's basically what they share. Mountainous parishes, both parishes have plains, so these two parishes share a lot in common. St. Elizabeth share commerce and economics with the parish of Westmoreland. As you know, the St. Elizabeth is like the richer dude on the side, and Westmoreland is like the dude when I really have so much in my pocket, but yes, I'm going the same way. So Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth has been good friends for a good while now. Yep, and still is today. Out of all our three friends though, I would say, I know so we have to agree on this, everybody have to agree on this, is the parish of Manchester, our neighbor to the east. Take it away, sis.
Yes, Malik. Her neighbor to the east, Manchester, is her best friend and has been for years, probably decades. Yep. Manchester is St. Elizabeth's best ally, and St. Elizabeth is Manchester's best ally. When Manchester rivals Clarendon, her eastern neighbor, St. Elizabeth is what she turned to for advice on what to do with Clarendon. Yes, she can always depend on St. Elizabeth for advice on her rivalry with Clarendon. So, in everything that's going on with other parishes, I would say both these parishes, St. Elizabeth and Manchester, has a lot going on for them. They both share Boxside. They're two Boxside parishes. Well, Manchester is the Boxside parish. St. Elizabeth is a Breadbasket parish. But do you know that most of the bauxite that is mined for the Alpart Gisco plant are from Manchester? Yep. So they are mined in Manchester and bring to St. Elizabeth. So when it comes to bauxite, yes, Manchester shares its bauxite with the parish of St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth is a breadbasket parish, so most of the produce that comes or that goes to Manchester are from St. Elizabeth. A lot of persons that work in Mandeville are from St. Elizabeth. Yep. So there you go. And a lot of persons that work in St. Elizabeth are from Mandeville, so they share a lot in common: commerce, service, agriculture, bauxite, alumina. These two parishes are just so in love. So with St. Elizabeth, they are only friends, no rivalries.
No rivalry at all.
Definitely.
And there's no doubt that Manchester and St. Elizabeth are best friends. I mean, both parishes really do have a lot in common. I was so glad that I have a tie with this parish.
A tie? You mean a connection?
Yeah, like a string attached. Yeah, my father's from here. And I spent some of my life here, so...
Yes, I remember spending time with you, Kymm. Yeah.
So there you have it, guys.
Certainly.
Our look on our home parish, the Breadbasket Parish, St. Elizabeth, has come to a close.
What a minute it was!
What a minute.
What a video it was.
What a video it was.
Oh my gosh, yes, guys. It was a journey having everything coming here to Love Sleep, and when we started in Holland Bamboo, I just want to say thank you guys for coming here, and I think we must do something together. I don't know yet, but I think we should do something
I
together.
was going to say that.
And me and you want to have some girls moment. I think I want to come to Kingston, spend some time with you.
You can come when you want.
Yeah, I'll let you know about that.
Why
Yes,
not?
that one should be
Have some girls
definitely
over,
leaving
yes?
this week, so yeah. After which I think I will be coming to Kingston to spend some time
Alright,
with you.
looking out for you,
Yes,
Kymm.
Yeah, man. Alright, guys. That's it for Discovering Jamaica St. Elizabeth. Yep, we had some great fun. And thank you guys once more for coming with me on this journey. So far, it has been a great journey. So, yes, we have some fun with the people who sing Shadi Yadi Yadi.
Shadi yadi yadi. Shadi yadi yadi. Give a lot of mercy.
Thanks to my wonderful siblings, Malik and Monique Curious, Mrs. DuPage for coming here, and until
Yes,
next
man.
time, viewers, peace out, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. This is Discovering Jamaica. We get facts and details of all
next?
The parish of St. James.
Yes, man.